Hi everyone. In this moment, I decide to create a new video for you just for giving you a source to remember how to build macros in Excel. Okay. So here I'm going to do two examples. Two of them is possible that we did it in class. So I'm going to help you to remember how I did it and how you're supposed to do it and how you need to start thinking up in any moment that you are going to have any situation that you need to apply in Excel in this case, okay? So do you know that here we have the multiplication table. So the assignment was, okay, you are going to create in Excel using macros the multiplication table of any number. So that means that if I put any number, must appears the multiplication number. Okay. So what you need to start thinking is, okay, how is the process of the multiplication table? So let's suppose that here we don't have nothing. Okay. So I am going to delete everything. Here I'm going to delete everything. So I'm going to start from zero in this one, in this activity. So I'm going to come here, macro, and the multiplication table process. I'm going to delete it for now. Okay. So the assignment was, okay, you're going to type any number. Type a number. Okay. So here we have. So where are you going to type the number? Here. So let's suppose that is in just for this example, the number 7. Okay, so I don't know why, but I like always having formats in all the information. So I'm going to put the number 7. So in the place that you want must appears the number 7 multiplication table. Okay, so if you remember the multiplication table when you were asked by your math teacher when you learn the multiplication tables, you must say, okay, 1 times 1, 1, 1 times 2, 2, 1 times 3, 3, until you get 1 times 10, 10. So that means that here you need to put 1, 2, you're going to select both numbers and you're going to drag them until you get 10, okay? Here, we are going to have the X, that is going to be the symbol of the multiplication. So you write the first letter. I'm going to give you an example. Then you select all the cells, including the letter, and you're going to press Control D, and the information is going to be copied in all the cells that you have selected. It's the same that you are saying Control Z, Control V. It's almost the same. Okay. And here in this column, we are going to obviously have the number that we are going to use to our multiplication process. And here we are going to have the equals symbol. Yeah. Okay, so and here the results. Now I'm going to put this and I'm going to give center alignment. And this is what I'm going to show you. I know that this is new for you. So I'm going to select this cell and these cells, all these cells, and I'm going to merge them to have a title. But the title, I'm going to do it a little bit different. So I'm going to use equals the function concat. That what that means that you are going to join two or more information just in one. So concat, that comes from concatenation, in Espanol concatenar. Okay, so Excel is going to ask all the text that we want to join, or in this case, concat. Okay, so my first text that I'm going to use is I'm going to use quotation mark, and here I'm going to put number. I'm going to give a space. I'm going to put another, once again, the quotation mark. then I'm going to put colon. So Excel is asking me the second text. So my second text is going to be this cell. Why? Because that cell has the number that we are going to use in this activity. Now, column, and I'm going to put once again quotation mark. I'm going to give an space, and here I'm going to write multiplication table. I'm going to put the quotation mark once again. I'm going to close round brackets, and I'm going to press enter. So look at that this title says number 7 multiplication table. What if I press 9? Number 9 multiplication table. What if I press 20? Number 20 multiplication table. Okay? So now if you want it, you can put the multiplication process here that is going to be like this. This cell times the asterisk, this cell. If you want it, you can do it right now. Or if you want it, you can record the process of writing that formula. Okay? So it's up to you. I'm going to record it. So I'm going to start right now recording the macro. So view macros, record macro, and I'm going to call it multiplication table. Okay, so remember in this moment, the macro, it's been recorded. So what do I have to do? So as I told you as first, in this column, we must have the numbers that we are going to write here. I don't know if I am recording. Ah, yes, capturar el cursor. I I was not sure about that. Okay, sorry. So I'm going to copy this cell's value, and I'm going to paste that value here. There we have. Now I am going to create a multiplication process. So equals to this cell times asterisk, this cell, enter. Then I am going to drag the formula here. And that's all. I'm going to stop recording the macro. Now I am going to add the shape. But remember that if you want it, you can add the shape first. When you have your shape, I'm going to right click, assign macro, multiplication table. Okay. That means that if I press 3 and I press the bottom, I have the number 3 multiplication table. Okay? So that's all. So remember, before you start doing any activity, you need to think a little about, okay, how can I do it? Then apply what you taught. Okay? I'm going to explain once again how to record a macro, but in a different activity. And this is a completely different activity. Okay? So, um, let's suppose that I don't have nothing here. Yes. So I'm going to delete this information. How I'm doing it? Control less, control menos, or right click, delete. Then you are going to delete the complete row. And you can do the same with the columns. You select the complete column, control plus for adding, and control less for uh, deleting the column. Here, so let me start with this explanation, but first I am going to delete this macro. Okay, so let's start. Here I'm going to put number 1 here, let's suppose that I made a sale today. So August 7, 2024. And it says código del artículo. So let's suppose that here we have an inventory table. And let's suppose that I want to sell gomitas de borrar. So the code is number 10. So I'm going to come here. So here I'm going to write 10. So here, what do you suppose to do? Or I think that this something that you would do. You come here, 10 gomas de borrar. So you came here and you write gomas de borrar. Let me know if you could do it in a different way, but I know that you would do this, okay? But I am not going to do it in this way. I'm going to show you and I'm going to teach you something new here. And the same for the unit price. So you came here and the gomitas cost 20 pennies. Do you know what is pennies? Centavos. So here you put 0.20. Okay, but let me show you how to do it in a different way. So I'm going to delete it and I'm going to delete this time too. Okay, so I am going to use a function in Excel that is going to help me to look any information that I put here, here. Okay, here where I have the cursor. So I'm going to use this 10 or any number or any code that I'm going to put there. And I am going to use this information and I'm going to look for this information here. Then, and okay, I put 5. So I am going to know that is marcadores. Then marcadores is going to appear here automatically the same that the unit price. But how? That is the reason that I told you a moments ago that you need to think a lot. How would you do it manually? Manually is like this, number 5. So I come here, number 5, marcadores, Control C, Control V, number 5, unit price, Control C, Control V, and let's suppose that I'm going to buy 6. Okay, let me know if you do it in a different way. Okay, manually is like this, but if you know and understand your own manual process, you are going to be able to program it. So to program it, we are going to use a function that is called Vlookup. If you have your Excel in español, se llama buscar B. Buscar B, ¿qué es? Buscar de manera vertical. ¿Listo? Okie dokie. So, if you not look at here, Excel is giving you a hint. A hint about what? A hint about what are you going to put between the brackets. Remember that any function has brackets, and open brackets and a closed brackets. And you need to put information inside those brackets just for giving values to the function to work with to accomplish what you need to get. Okay? So, what is the first value that you need to have? So, here it says look at value. So, what that means that you need to put there the value that you are going to look for. Now, where is the value that we are going to look for here? That is the reason that I don't put number 5 in the inside the function. No, I just put the cell that contains the value that I need. Okay, now column. Now Excel is asking us the table array. What is that? So Excel is asking you, okay, which is the value that I have to look for? Okay, that is the value. Now, where do I have to look for in? ¿Dónde lo voy a buscar? So I need to go to the inventory spreadsheet. Why? Because here we have the information. And I am going to select the complete table array. Okay, all the table. Now, what is next? We are here in table array. Now I'm going to put once again column. And now Excel is asking me about the call index num. What that means? It's asking me the number of the column that you are going to get the information to show. Okay, so what that means, the call number. So let's see the table. Here in the table we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 columns. So you need to put the number of the column that you need to show the information. In this case, if I want to show the nombre del artículo, that is the column number 2. 1, 2. Why? Because código del artículo is the first column in my table, not in Excel, in my table. And the nombre de artículo is the second table, the second column on my table. So I'm going to press number 2, column. Now here Excel is giving me two options. The option that is called true is if you want to have something approximate. But in this case, we don't need something approximate. We need the exact match. What that means? That means that if I type 5, it's going to look for the 5, not for any other number that has 5, like 15, like 25, like 35, and etc. So we need the exact match. So we are going to put false. Then close brackets, then press enter. So look at marcadores. Now let me look for another number. Let's put 18. So here I'm going to put 18. Agendas, 1. Polígrafos, 2. Cuadernos A4, 3. Carpetas plásticas. So this information is going to appear automatically. Okay. Now we have to do the same with the unit price. So I'm going to do it a little bit faster. So equals to Vlookup. This is the value that I'm going to use to look the information. Column. Where is the information to look in? Here. Column. Where is the column or which or what is the column that I need to use? So I'm going to use unit price 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to put the number 4, column, false. I am going to close brackets, then press enter and look at. If I change here the value, all the information is going to change. Now, consider these guys. The information that you are going to use to look for, in this case, código del artículo, must be the first column, in this case, on the inventory. I'm going to translate this. La información que voy a buscar o que voy a usar para buscar, que en este caso es el código del artículo, digamos que yo quiero buscarlo, ya no lo voy a buscar por código del artículo, sino lo voy a buscar por nombre del artículo. Eso quiere decir que el nombre del artículo debería ser el primero en la columna. ¿Ok? I really don't know why, but that is how this function works. Okay? Okay, that's all. If you notice this, this is not about macros. This is just about using a function in Excel just for looking information. Okay, now I am going to start recording the macro. Okay, so view, macros, record macro, sales. Okay, now remember that we need this information here. So before copying the information, we need to add a new row. Why? Because when you add any information and you paste it here, if you don't add another row, the previous information is going to be deleted for with the new information. That is the reason that I delete this. And now I'm going to select here. I am going to Control C. Here now I am going to Control B, but in a special way. Why? Because if I press B, look at what happens here. Why? Because Control C and Control B copy and paste what is inside the cell. In this case, Excel copy the function, but here I do not need the function. For that reason, here I am going to copy and I'm going to paste with right click and using here where it says paste special, pegado especial, and I'm going to use the one that says values. Now look at that is different. Okay. Now here I am going to copy the format and paste the format here just for deleting or taking out the green color. And now I'm going to put the formula here, this one multiplied by this one, and that's all. I already finished. So view, macro, start recording. Right click, assign macro, sales. Okay. So now I'm going to type two. Let's suppose that was the day before yesterday. So August 5, 2024. Let's suppose the article number is 11 and I'm going to buy two. Now I am going to click on send and there I have the information. Okay. If you notice, the process of the error was recorded too. I really don't know if you notice that appears the error that I made when I copy and paste this information that appears and was deleted so quickly. Why? Why? Because I record that. Okay. So be careful with everything that you record because if you made a mistake, the mistake is recorded. Okay. So if you have any question about this, so let me know in class. Have a nice day. Bye bye.